To the Actuate Health Access Faucet, a transformative initiative dedicated to empowering individuals through the principles of sustainable One Health. This program recognizes the deep interconnectedness of animal, environmental, and human health, affirming that a holistic approach is key to well-being. Our program is designed to equip individuals with essential health knowledge, enabling them to become custodians of their own well-being. Through our hybrid Learn-to-Earn sessions, conducted both virtually via Google Meet and at physical locations, we engage participants from diverse backgrounds. These weekly sessions serve as dynamic platforms for learning, discussion, and collaboration. We focus on the co-creation of knowledge through the Learn One, Do One, Teach One approach. This method ensures that each participant not only learns valuable health information, but also applies it and teaches it to others, fostering a ripple effect of empowerment and education. By participating in the Actuate Health Access Program, individuals gain the tools and knowledge needed to improve their health and the health of their communities. Our goal is to create a network of informed and proactive health custodians who can address health challenges in a sustainable and impactful way. Join us in this journey towards better health for all. Together, we can make a difference. Welcome to the Actuate Health Access Faucet, a transformative initiative dedicated to empowering individuals through the principles of sustainable One Health. This program recognizes the deep interconnectedness of animal, environmental, and human health, affirming that a holistic approach is key to well-being. Our program is designed to equip individuals with essential health knowledge, enabling them to become custodians of their own well-being. Through our hybrid Learn-to-Earn sessions, conducted both virtually via Google Meet and at physical locations, we engage participants from diverse backgrounds. These weekly sessions serve as dynamic platforms for learning, discussion, and collaboration. We focus on the co-creation of knowledge through the Learn One, Do One, Teach One approach. This method ensures that each participant not only learns valuable health information, but also applies it and teaches it to others, fostering a ripple effect of empowerment and education. By participating in the Actuate Health Access Program, individuals gain the tools and knowledge needed to improve their health and the health of their communities. Our goal is to create a network of informed and proactive health custodians who can address health challenges in a sustainable and impactful way. Join us in this journey towards better health for all. Together, we can make a difference. Welcome to the Actuate Health Access Faucet, a transformative initiative dedicated to empowering individuals through the principles of sustainable One Health. This program recognizes the deep interconnectedness of animal, environmental, and human health, affirming that a holistic approach is key to well-being. Our program is designed to equip individuals with essential health knowledge, enabling them to become custodians of their own well-being. Through our hybrid Learn-to-Earn sessions, conducted both virtually via Google Meet and at physical locations, we engage participants from diverse backgrounds. These weekly sessions serve as dynamic platforms for learning, discussion, and collaboration. We focus on the co-creation of knowledge through the Learn One, Do One, Teach One approach. This method ensures that each participant not only learns valuable health information, but also applies it and teaches it to others, fostering a ripple effect of empowerment and education. By participating in the Actuate Health Access Program, individuals gain the tools and knowledge needed to improve their health and the health of their communities. Our goal is to create a network of informed and proactive health custodians who can address health challenges in a sustainable and impactful way. Join us in this journey towards better health for all. Together, we can make a difference. Welcome to the Actuate Health Access Faucet, a transformative initiative dedicated to empowering individuals through the principles of sustainable One Health. This program recognizes the deep interconnectedness of animal, environmental, and human health, affirming that a holistic approach is key to well-being. Our program is designed to equip individuals with essential health knowledge, enabling them to become custodians of their own well-being. Through our hybrid Learn-to-Earn sessions, conducted both virtually via Google Meet and at physical locations, we engage participants from diverse backgrounds. These weekly sessions serve as dynamic platforms for learning, discussion, and collaboration. We focus on the co-creation of knowledge through the Learn One, Do One, Teach One approach. This method ensures that each participant not only learns valuable health information, but also applies it and teaches it to others, fostering a ripple effect of empowerment and education. By participating in the Actuate Health Access Program, individuals gain the tools and knowledge needed to improve their health and the health of their communities. Our goal is to create a network of informed and proactive health custodians who can address health challenges in a sustainable and impactful way. Join us in this journey towards better health for all. Together, we can make a difference. Welcome to the Actuate Health Access Faucet, a transformative initiative dedicated to empowering individuals through the principles of sustainable One Health. This program recognizes the deep interconnectedness of animal, environmental, and human health, affirming that a holistic approach is key to well-being. Our program is designed to equip individuals with essential health knowledge, enabling them to become custodians of their own well-being. Through our hybrid Learn to Earn sessions, conducted both virtually via Google Meet and at physical locations, we engage participants from diverse backgrounds. These weekly sessions serve as dynamic platforms for learning, discussion, and collaboration. We focus on the co-creation of knowledge through the Learn One, Do One, Teach One approach. This method ensures that each participant not only learns valuable health information, but also applies it and teaches it to others, fostering a ripple effect of empowerment and education. By participating in the Actuate Health Access Program, individuals gain the tools and knowledge needed to improve their health and the health of their communities. Our goal is to create a network of informed and proactive health custodians who can address health challenges in a sustainable and impactful way. Join us in this journey towards better health for all. Together, we can make a difference. Welcome to the Actuate Health Access Faucet, a transformative initiative dedicated to empowering individuals through the principles of sustainable One Health. This program recognizes the deep interconnectedness of animal, environmental, and human health, affirming that a holistic approach is key to well-being. Our program is designed to equip individuals with essential health knowledge, enabling them to become custodians of their own well-being. Through our hybrid Learn to Earn sessions, conducted both virtually via Google Meet and at physical locations, we engage participants from diverse backgrounds. These weekly sessions serve as dynamic platforms for learning, discussion, and collaboration. We focus on the co-creation of knowledge through the Learn One, Do One, Teach One approach. This method ensures that each participant not only learns valuable health information, but also applies it and teaches it to others, fostering a ripple effect of empowerment and education. By participating in the Actuate Health Access Program, individuals gain the tools and knowledge needed to improve their health and the health of their communities.
Good evening. Frida, kindly confirm whether I'm audible.
Yes, Glory, we can hear you.
Okay, I think we can get started. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to yet another health access session. As we continue with our conversation to try to unfold how we can make healthcare services, quality healthcare services accessible, and how we can bridge the we can break the barriers that people face as they strive to access quality medical services. So in our second cohort, we have learned how innovative funding model, the quadratic funding, unlike the traditional funding model, can really be sustainable solution to this pressing issue. And people are wondering, how are we going to raise funds? How are we going to utilize this now quadratic funding to raise the required funds to fund the health projects? So that's why we are here today. From today onwards, we will now be tackling the practical bit of it. So our today's topic is Actuate token in health access. Yes, and we will As we continue with the conversation, we will unfold how we can bridge all barriers experienced in health access, and of course financial barriers being the main challenge, and of course sometimes distance and time, but the financial barrier is the main obstacle. So our today's topic is Actuate token in health access, and kindly I encourage all of us to be keen to internalize the discussions and ask questions, raise your point of view. Yeah, let's walk this journey together. And before I invite before we start the discussion, allow me to take you through the meeting agenda first. We will start by our first speaker, who is our topic presenter, Damian Chapewa. Thereafter, we will get an honor to have additional notes and comments from our CEO, Dr. Macharia Warwingi. And then after that, we will have an interactive session where you can ask questions, raise your concerns. You can use the chat box, or you can use the raise hand feature to speak. And then after that, we will have the summit announcement by Augustine Marokwe, and then we will conclude today's session. So as I always say, before I invite our first speaker, let's take curious and hungry for knowledge. Let's begin throughout the session. So at this moment, allow me to welcome our first speaker, Damian Chapewa. Welcome.
Thanks, Glory. Good evening, everyone. I hope you're doing good. Today we have a session. As my colleague has been stated that today we're going to drop this health assessment session. We're going to discover how the Actuate token will revolutionize access to quality healthcare. We'll dive deep into Actuate token in health access, how to this website to learn in Actuate networks. We're going to check to turn on the financial challenges into opportunities for better health. So to our highlight, we're going to see Actuate meanings, their definitions, mission and objectives in health, key features and benefit in health access, the needs for Actuate in global health landscape, revolutionizing global health, and the conclusion. So without losing time, let's check the deep meanings of Actuate. How do we mean when we say Actuate? Actuate is a pioneering blockchain platform meticulously designed to catalyze the translations and commercializations of scientific knowledge, particularly in the realms of biomedicines across Africa. This project builds on the Ethereum's network that aspire empower local individuals, universities, and research organizations by facilitating the transformations of their tacit knowledge into explicit knowledge. So leverage this translated knowledge, Actuate endeavors to create innovative products and services grounded in local generated intellectual assets. Such products and services grounded on a local knowledge are relevant that have fit and working capacity for solving local problems. In addition, Actuate seeks to support the establishment of an information system, infrastructure, some of the health access in order to disseminate this translated insight through World Wide Web. Actuate will support the creations of online repositories of knowledge generated into universities in Africa. Through its comprehensive approach, Actuate aims to bridge the gaps between knowledge creations and applications, ultimately improving healthcare outcomes in a marginalized population. So before going too deep, let's check some of the terms. What do we say when we mean Binance? Binance in Actuate is just an online exchange where users can trade cryptocurrencies. It supports hundreds of most commonly trading cryptocurrencies. So Binance provides a crypto wallet for traders to store their electronic funds. So the exchange has supporting services for users to earn interest or transact using cryptocurrencies. It also offers programs for miners and helps traders to make investment decisions. So Binance has its own blockchains-based tokens such as BNB. So after seeing this, let's see what the meanings of Binance Exchange. When we say like that, how do we mean? The Binance Exchange is a leading cryptocurrency exchange that founded in 2017. It features a strong focus on altcoin tradings. So therefore, Binance offers crypto tradings in more than 350 cryptocurrencies. That uses these virtual tokens, including this Bitcoin, BTC, or Ether, or Litecoins, or Dogecoins. Therefore, that this Binance Exchange digital or virtual currencies that are underpinned by cryptographic system. So they enable secure online payments without the use of third-party intermediaries such as these finance advisors, investment banks, mutual funds, credit unions, or investment trust. Issues of cryptocurrency trading. Users can trade hundreds of cryptocurrencies, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Binance coins. What do you say? What do you mean when you say cryptocurrency? You know, cryptocurrency is a form of digital assets based on networks that is distributed across a large number of computers. So this decentralized structure allows them to exist outside the control of governments and the central authorities. In the context of cryptocurrency, what is a token? Token is just digital assets that represent a unit of value or utility on a blockchain network. So tokens can serve various purposes, such as this currency, which is used in a medium of exchange similar to traditional money. Another issue is utility that provides access to all platform services or feature. There is the issue of governance that allow holder to participate in decision-making processes within a decentralized application. Or can various purposes such as security that present ownership in assets similar to stocks. Therefore, these tokens are often created through an initial coin or initial exchange that lays funds for a project. Let's see these tokens. We have a lot of these tokens which are being controlled by these cryptocurrency networks, such as Bitcoin or BTC. This first and the most well-known cryptocurrency, often referred to as a digital gold. Ethereum, known as for its smart contract functionality, allows developers to build a decentralized application. There are also issue of Tether USDT, which use stable coins pegged into USD dollar used to provide stability in the volatile crypto market. Another issue is Binance Coin or BNB that use native cryptocurrency of the Binance exchange used for trading, free discounts, and the other utilities. There is other issue of this cryptocurrency network, which is Solana, that is known as for its high performance blockchain that supports fast and low cost transactions. And there's another issue for this cryptocurrency network, which is Dogecoins, originally created as a joke, so it has gained popularity and a strong community. And another cryptocurrency network is Cardano, known as ADA, which researchers has driven cryptocurrency focused on security and sustainability. So we have thousands of these networks cryptocurrency, but for us, we just use this Actuate BNB tokens during these platforms of different Actuate talks that we are always provide. So the advantage of this cryptocurrency is including cheap and faster money transfer that it insulates the system that did not collapse at a single point of failure. Therefore, let us see the mission. What is their missions and objectives? Actuate missions is centered on supporting the translations of trusted knowledge held by African individuals into explicit knowledge, with the ultimate goals of generating transformative products and services, by offering about these financial incentives to students, researchers, and faculty members within education institutions and research organizations. Therefore, Actuate aims to fuel translations of local knowledge into commercial viable products and services by empowering these healthcare providers and facilitating access to affordable top of the healthcare services for healthcare consumers, which provides as additional objective to Actuate and produce global health. Therefore, through these initiatives, Actuate strives to enhance the quality of life for individuals in developing countries, fostering industrial development, equitable healthcare provisions, and promoting sustainable human development. Therefore, let's see the key features and benefit in health about these Actuates. Actuate stand apart through its unique features and benefit that distinguish it within the blockchain landscape. The platform primarily focused on translations of local knowledge in Africa and the commercializations of innovative offerings issues out of the translated knowledge that is set up it apart. Actually facilitate these conversions of local insights into tangible solutions by providing these financial incentives to researchers, students, and faculty members by fostering about this ecosystem that promotes continuous knowledge creations and application. Additionally, I can say Actuate empower healthcare providers, allowing them to deliver high quality services to marginalize the population. But also health consumers benefit from Actuate initiatives by gaining access to affordable healthcare solutions that otherwise is being accessible by embracing these Actuate stakeholders across healthcare spectrums of that unlocks different transformative potential of local knowledges, revolutionaries, and deliver to global health. Let us see, why do we need this Actuate in a global health landscape? The first one, global health landscape present numerous challenges, and these challenges should be solved by these healthcare bodies, including limited accessibility to products and services, affordability, and the quality of healthcare for marginalized populations. Therefore, Actuate emerge as a vital solution to address these pressing needs by focusing on the translations of local knowledge, supporting the commercialization of innovative products and services. Actually, directly tackles these root causes of healthcare disparities through its financial incentives. Therefore, Actuate stimulate the development and disseminations of knowledge within the Africa's research and education institutions. Therefore, by bridging these gaps between academia and the practical applications, Actuate ensure the local generated intellectual assets contribute to tangible improvement in health production. By empowering these individuals and institutions to participate in Actuate initiatives, the project brings together the diverse stakeholders committed to achieving this equitable access and affordable healthcare solutions. Therefore, this Actuate brings transformative potential that lies in the ability of harness in Africa's rich knowledges, resources, and leverage them to betterment of global health outcomes. By checking those needs of Actuate global health landscape, so let's talk about Actuate tokens. Actuate tokens in blockchains, we have two distinct of tokens that play a pivotal roles in ecosystem. The first one, it is Actuate Crypto and Actuate SBT. I'll go to explain later. But this token are instrumental in incentivizing participation, promoting governance, and facilitating the value exchange within the Actuate community. And these act like a heart Actuate, that such as Ethereum blockchains that will robust a secure distributed ledger. In this technology of Actuate blockchain, it acts like through Ethereum's underlying different health issues. We address different public health issues that enable transparent and immutable record keeping, transaction interactions with different systems. But with this decentralized nature, Actuate blockchain ensure integrity and the reliability of data, facilitating this efficiency, trustworthy knowledge translations about the issues pertaining to health process. By leveraging some of these powerful blockchain, so Actuate have a lot of decentralized data collaborate with the environment that promote the flow informations and develop across the platform, including these health professionals. So let us see these two types of Actuate blockchain. Because I said we have two these Actuate tokens. The first one I said is Actuate cryptocurrency or Actuate crypto, and another one is Actuate CFT. Let me start to explain what the meaning of Actuate crypto. Actuate crypto, sometimes known as ERC20 token. This is fungible token that is designed to fuel the translations for local knowledge into commercialized viable products and services. This token functions as a financial incentives, rewarding students, researchers, faculty members, and healthcare providers for their contribution to the knowledge translations process. Actually, crypto empower about these health consumers by granting them affordable access to top their healthcare services. By doing what? By utilizing some of this Actuate crypto, individuals and these organizations actively participate in their Actuate ecosystem by fostering the creations and the disseminations of these innovative solutions, and that uplifting this human life. That is all about the Actuate crypto. Let us see about Actuate CBT. Actuate SBT, sometimes known as non-fungible soul-bound token. This is unique and a non-fungible soul-bound token that its essence is to provide this community governance within the Actuate ecosystem. So each Actuate is exclusive to its holders and entering them within decision makings, bring power, and ensuring this the active engaging participation from this the traditions, fringe stakeholders in health and human development in Actuate. So to just bring the community together to solve about this tradition, to transform from tradition to modern ones in order to improve these health services. So why do we need revolutionizing in global health? Because in this section, we have a comprehensive and associated explanations about these Actuate laws in revolutionizing global health by creating about the universal basic incomes with the universal health coverage. These sections expound transformative potential of local knowledges. So bring the impact on Africa researches and on health education institutions, and help accessibility and affordability of high quality healthcare through universal coverage, and help to overarching goal for achieving this global health through universal basic incomes. So why do this Actuate? It is universal in health coverage during providing of this healthcare, simply because it improves the high quality of services. Actuate aims to address pressing issues of accessibility and affordability of high quality of healthcare, particularly to marginalize about this population in developing countries, translations and the commercializations of knowledge local people. So this actually facilitates the development of innovative products and services that are sold into online marketing, creating about this universal basic incomes that funds a prepaid health coverage account. Therefore, these solutions made the translated local tacit knowledge specifically tailored to meet the needs of the local people. And by leveraging this local tacit knowledge and empowering local knowledge producers and researchers, learning organizations, healthcare providers. Therefore, this Actuate enable more production and they deliver high quality of healthcare services that are accessible and affordable. This approach of universal health coverage of high quality health care ensure individual who previously faced the barriers in accessing adequate health care can now benefit from improving healthcare outcomes and high quality of life. So let's see how can we achieve this global health through Actuate. You know, the ultimate goals of Actuate is to achieve global health by harnessing this power, translation, and the commercializations of knowledge within the local people, by connecting local knowledge with the global resources and expertise. You know, Actuate enable the development of innovative healthcare solutions that have a far-reaching impact. Actuate approach not only improve healthcare outcomes in Africa, but also contribute to global health by fostering collaboration, knowledge sharing, and adoptions of these best practices worldwide through Actuate. Bring a true global healthcare community is formed, united, persuadable, this equitable and accessible and affordable this healthcare for all people in the world. I can say, by conclusion, I can say by revolutioning about this global health through transformative potential of local knowledges, empowering these African researchers and education institutions, ensuring this accessibility and affordability of high quality healthcare, and working toward the achievement of global health. You know, Actuate create a paradigm that is shifted to the healthcare landscape, bringing together the sustainability and inclusive solution. Actuative propositions bring the good ability to unlock the transformative potential for this local knowledge that promote innovations and collaborations to enhance about these healthcare outcomes. Conclusion, I can say, Actuate establish about this decentralized ecosystem that empowers stakeholders and fosters this is stakeholders, professionals, investors that foster translation and commercialization of knowledge within a focus on security, compliance, and involve these community governments. Another issue is Actuate ensure this sustainability, inclusive of these different platforms that driving into meaningful change. And sometimes Actuate continues its journey that the future unlock bright and sometimes bring good potential to make lasting impact on the global health. Thank you. Glory, back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Damian, for that educative presentation. Thank you for making it clear what the Actuate token it really is, and how, and yes, we can use our token to improve health access. For example, through Actuate risk pooling, which that's what we aim to do through which functions like the insurance, where maybe a program is created to ensure that for example, in any transaction involving Actuate token, a few amount, let's say like 1%, goes to risk pool, and this ensures that anyone can access any healthcare service at any health facility, provided you have just the trust wallet in your phone. Yeah. And of course, we will bridge other barriers like distance through through telemedicine, and also through building more health clinics in the community. Yeah, it's really a good stuff. So I will welcome Dr. to give further remarks. Dr. Macharia, welcome.
All right. Thank you, Glory. Please confirm you can hear me, Glory. Can you hear me?
Yes, Doctor, we can hear you.
All right. Wow. Thank you. Now, after quadratic funding, and now I think we have all understood how we shall implement quadratic funding, because that's coming along very soon. Soon after the summit, we shall start rolling out the quadratic funding. So before even we go there to quadratic funding, we want to understand Actuate token itself. What is it? Why is it for? Why do we need it? That's the why, the significance of the Actuate token, and even how will it work? And that's why we are beginning this new series. It's going to be about 8 weeks, where we dive very deep into Actuate token itself. Beginning what we have heard today from Damian. Thank you so much, Damian, for laying us the ground on what is Actuate token is all about. So the first question to answer is, what is Actuate token? And as Damian has told us, Actuate is a token which is fungible. Fungible means that you can exchange it with another token. You can send it, you can exchange it, you can off-ramp it into Kenya shillings, or it can take Kenya shillings and become Actuate. So it is changeable. So you can change it. It is transmutable. That term is known as fungibility. And fungibility is very, very essential. So we have another token that is not fungible, non-fungible token, or NFT. The NFT means that you cannot change it. That token we call the soul-bound token, or SBT, for Actuate. The use of that is going to fall into place in 2025, when we shall use the SBT. SBT is an identity token. That's why it's called soul-bound, because it's bound to every individual soul. Meaning that if you have that SBT, you can say, mimi ni mwananchi. Mimi ni mwananchi wa Actuate Nation. Okay, so it's an identity card, but we have not made that yet. It's going to be very important for the voting process governance in quadratic funding, or even retroactive public good funding processes, which we are going to be implementing in 2025. So the soul-bound token is usually issued as second intention, so that people who are already holders of a fungible Actuate token, now they will receive soul-bound token, which now certifies them as citizens, and then they can vote for the project for quadratic funding, for acquisition, allocation of resources in a very democratic system. So those are the two tokens. Actuate token is, we have had people hear all these jargon terms. It's ERC20. ERC is just a word meaning a standard protocol for communication. And it came around it was created by Ethereum team. And ERC means Ethereum requesting comment. Yeah. See, for example, if I want you to send me a text message, I can request you to send me a text message. So similarly, when you say ERC 2020 protocol, Ethereum requesting comment, it is Ethereum blockchain asking to be validated. But you don't have to worry about such details, but I think it's good to know what ERC stands for. Now, ERC is very specific to the Ethereum network, or the Ethereum blockchain. Because if you go to Binance chain, they have a different protocol, which I think they call it Binance BP protocol, something like that. BP protocol. I can't remember what BP stands for. And so, and even the blockchain, the Bitcoin has got a Bitcoin protocol for itself. So these protocols, it means that if you have an ERC20 token like Actuate, and you try to send it to a Bitcoin wallet address, it's just going to disappear because it's now the same protocol. So ERC20 protocol would work with ERC20 addresses. Yeah. So, and that's what it means at beginning. So you understand wallets. I think everybody who is here has got a wallet, and the wallet address, which begins with 0x. So 0x is the cryptographic, hash for ERC20. Okay. Also, Binance chain has got 0x, but do not confuse the Binance 0x with Ethereum 0x. That's important for you to know. So these are some details that get lost, and people lose their tokens when they try to send them thinking that any address can receive any tokens. No. Any address, the token will be received by a wallet address that is coming from the same network. Same Ethereum tokens. So unless, if now we want to operate Actuate in Binance chain, such as like what we do in PancakeSwap, because PancakeSwap is on Binance chain, then we had to bridge a lot of Actuate tokens into Binance chain. So there's something called a bridging mechanism. You can independently do your own bridging on your own, or you just take tokens that are already bridged. So the tokens that are getting distributed in a LAN-to-LAN session are already bridged in the Binance chain. So now, because those tokens are already in the Binance chain, they have gone through a bridging process. That means bridging is like getting a visa to go and live in another country. They came from Ethereum, and now they are in Binance chain. Now, if you want to take those tokens again to Ethereum, you would have to bridge them back to Ethereum, okay? Because they are not going to work in Ethereum. If you send them now to a place like Uniswap, then there will be trouble there. So these are things that we really want to make sure that everybody understands. So when we are in one network like PancakeSwap, we stay on PancakeSwap. Don't try to move around unless you know what you're doing, because you are likely to lose your tokens. That's it. So this is why we want to understand tokens very, very deeply, and we should be discussing tokens almost every day until everyone has understood. Really, it's not very complicated. It's just that if you don't understand it, it looks like a huge mountain called Mount Kenya or Kilimanjaro. Okay, so that is what Actuate is. We can answer the what question. What Actuate is an ERC20 token that is built on Ethereum network, and you can bridge it to any network you want, okay? But do not use Actuate which is on Binance chain. Don't use it on the Ethereum network, or do not try to use the Actuate that is in Ethereum network on Binance chain, and vice versa. Now, Actuate, we have bridged it into Binance chain. We have also bridged it into Polygon network, which is a second layer of Ethereum. We have bridged it to Silo, and we have, and I think we want to bridge it to all the other blockchains such that they can become interoperable. Now, this thing about this bridging is scary to a lot of people, and people in the blockchain network itself are aware of all that complexity. Meaning that why don't they make just networks communicate with one another so that users, say like yourself, doesn't have to worry whether a token is breached or not. Yeah. And there's a lot of work going on, with computer scientists, software engineers, making something they're calling layer zero. Layer zero is the one that will be handling all those bridging stuff. Then you don't have to do it yourself. Okay. so that all that work is hidden. That if you want to now send Actuate from Ethereum network to go to Binance network, it just goes spontaneously, automatically, but without you. It doesn't tell you that, and then you don't lose it. So that's called layer 0. People are working very hard on it. And but meanwhile, you want to be conscious of these different, you call them verticals, vertical blockchains that each houses its own tokens. And tokens that are built on one vertical blockchain may not go to the next unless they are bridged. Okay. So Actuate, we have built it for 3 things. Let's talk about why Actuate. 3 things only. 3 things. And this is what you want to take your book and write these 3 things, because these 3 things are universal to wellness and well-being of humans. Thing number 1 is known as health access, which is what we're talking about here in this lesson today. Health access. And access to health has got 2 components. The first component is having money in your pocket to pay for health services and to buy medicines and to buy food so that you can have good nutrition. So the first thing of having access is just having money. So that's why we build Actuate token to help people become liquid. 1. The second type of access is physical access, which is being able to go to a clinic nearby and receive medical care. Now we have 2 ways of receiving medical care from a clinic. There's one which is called telemedicine, that you can receive care remotely, which we are working very hard also to help people understand how they can do telemedicine. And we're going to have a lot of discussion about that in a summit in December. Quite a number of companies that are doing telemedicine have agreed to come and speak to people in a health access workshop. Okay, so that is physical access. So we have one type of access is having money in your pocket, is known as realized access. Most people today in Kenya don't have money to pay for their services, not just Kenya, let's say Africa. And because of that, they don't go to seek medical care, and they stay at home until the disease gets worsens, and then they collapse. Then they're taken to hospital, and then the hospital bill is very expensive. And then it's because it's expensive, they can't afford to pay. Then they have to sell their cow, their sheep, their goats, and eventually their piece of land. And then they die. And even then, they still have hospital bills that they haven't paid. So their piece of land is taken by the hospital sells their land, and what else? And so they lose everything because something called catastrophic medical conditions. So that is why we want to work very hard to help people have money in their pocket or be able to pay. That ability to pay is the first step in access to health. And so during this 8 weeks, we are going to unpack how do we help people gain their ability to pay. Because people are just not unable to pay, it's just they're not paid. People are not paid for the value of the work they produce every day. And if people are not paid for the value of the work they produce every day, they in turn will not have money to pay for the values that they receive from other people. See? So people are not paid for the value of their work, and so they cannot pay for the value of the work that they receive from others. Okay, so that is 1, access. Number 2 is called quality. Now, suppose people have got money to pay, like we have some wealthy people living in Kenya or Tanzania or even Nigeria or elsewhere, and they can afford to pay for those health services. But health service is as good as the quality of the service itself. So, for example, if you were to go to Nairobi Hospital, and then they do for you some very expensive procedure, and then they are going to charge you a lot of money for that procedure. Nairobi Hospital will do that, to be certainly do it. But is it really good quality work? How do you know good quality? Good quality means that it fits to your diagnosis. It fits to your diagnosis. First of all, that in order for you to provide good quality, they have to make the correct diagnosis. So it comes to the question, how does a provider make a diagnosis on your disease? Or even, how does he know what you're suffering from? So that knowledge is the knowledge of how we make decisions about diseases in Africa. That has all come from either Europe or United States. There is no knowledge about diseases in Africa that is based on diseases in Africa. Can you imagine that? That all the textbooks people are reading in medical school were written either in the United States, in Boston, right where I am. I know, like Harrison's Principles of Medicine is written out of Massachusetts, or London, University of London, or in Ireland, Glasgow, or Scotland, Glasgow, Scotland, or Dublin, University of Dublin. So yeah, you have people getting all these textbooks coming from United Kingdom, coming from United States. And I can tell you that knowledge is not relevant on the ground in Kenya or in Africa anyway. Why? Because the data that was used to let's say the information that was gathered to generate that knowledge was gathered on a very different population. So, for example, if you went, let's make this very, very simple, in a very simple way that you can understand. So knowledge is like language. Supposing you don't speak, which language are we going to choose here? We can choose a language like what? A Portuguese. Okay. So imagine knowledge. 508. Let me just find out who is this calling me here. Sorry, give me a second. Hello. Yes. Yes. Yes, 3 and 3:30. 3 p.m. will be good. Yeah. See you at 3. Bye. So sorry about that. That's somebody called Ilana. Okay. Anyway, we were saying that if for example the knowledge is Portuguese and all the knowledge that you have is in Portuguese, then you are in Nairobi and nobody speaks Portuguese there. And then we are looking at the Portuguese knowledge, the information, and try to make decisions using Portuguese information. Nobody will understand what's going on because it doesn't fit, it's not relevant, it doesn't work. So why you see a lot of diseases end up becoming chronic diseases, illnesses, is because the knowledge itself that is used for creating the solutions that we have in Africa is all foreign. It is foreign, it's foreign, it's foreign. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, it doesn't fit, it has no working capacity. And so it can't work. No matter what you do, you cannot improve on something that doesn't work in the very beginning. But this system is set up that way because there's a lot of people who don't think Africans need to have things that fit, that are relevant to them. But so quality is not possible at all. So the quality that we have in many health facilities in Africa is absent. Is absence of quality, just because the knowledge itself is foreign. It doesn't fit. That's why we have to work very hard to actuate local knowledge that we can now use to create products that fit the local population. To create products that fit. Now, besides having imported knowledge, we have imported medicines, tablets, syrups, injections. Yeah. We have imported biomedical devices. Everything is imported because we don't have our own knowledge to use to create our own biomedical devices. Even things that are easy like water, we still import all that. Even oxygen. By the way, we have a company called British Oxygen, British BOC, British Oxygen Company in Nairobi. Does this get oxygen from England? You see, nitrogen, things like that. So we do not make anything. We do not use our knowledge, our resources, which we are convinced that we don't have. We are persuaded by others that we don't have resources to translate our knowledge. And because we cannot translate our knowledge into products and services, the quality that we receive of healthcare and medical care is absent. Because you cannot have quality with irrelevant knowledge. The knowledge is irrelevant, it doesn't fit, it has no working capacity. That's why it doesn't work. Okay, so you understand. Now, the third thing that now Actuate is about is cost of care or affordability. Now, when we import all the things that we're going to use in our health facilities, it will cost us 3 to 10 times as much as it would cost people from the sending countries. For example, if you're importing knowledge from Boston, for any medical procedure you're going to receive in Nairobi, it will cost you 10 times as much as it would cost you if you're in Boston. Why? Because there's a whole process of importation. Whatever they are giving you in Nairobi has been imported from Boston, and all the way from the textbooks themselves, like Harrison's textbook of medicine, principles of medicine, principles of surgery, Gray's Anatomy, all those things are imported. So you have to import all that. Now consider the cost of importing all that knowledge, or even textbooks, materials. Consider the cost of importing biomedical devices. Consider the cost of importing tablets. Consider the cost of importing even intravenous water, which is just coming from the sky. Now, when there's a cost of buying it from abroad, there's a shipping cost, you have to pay for that. And then when it arrives at the port of Mombasa, you find another evil spirit, which is known as the custom duty. I don't know why they call it duty. It's like you have to pay your duty. So customs duty. Now, if a product was going for $100, for example, when it gets to the port of Mombasa, the custom officers are going to tell you to pay 100 square, 100 times 2. Okay, 100 times 2. So you get full import duty, or it can be sometimes 3 times. It's very arbitrary. And so that becomes very, very expensive. So importing even medical devices, medical supplies, very expensive, such that by the time the products or devices arriving in the destination town city of Kakamega, the cost is very prohibitive. It is not that these devices are expensive. There's a lot of people in between who want to eat all the money. They are making a killing. Yeah, they're making a killing. But now, and it's not that we do not know how to make these things, because that's why we have universities, colleges of engineering, biomedical engineering, colleges of pharmaceutical science, colleges of medicine. But we can make those things, let's call them things, that we need in our health system, but we do not make them. So see, if we make those things, you'll find that the cost of care dropping significantly. It will be so low that you wonder, why is it so cheap that we're able now to afford these things? See, it's because we just need to use the local knowledge to create our own things. And so that's what Actuate is about. So Actuate, number one, helping to give people access to health access, realized access, helping people to become liquid so they can transfer money, send money to one another. And that's a very empowering way of communication, because if people cannot transact money, it becomes difficult, impossible. Number two is to begin having quality by translating our local knowledge. So we use our local knowledge instead of relying on knowledge imported from somewhere else and doesn't fit. It doesn't work. It's not even relevant. And even bacteria, let me tell you what is funny. Bacteria know it. If you bring medicines tested in Boston to try and use them in Kibera, those bacteria of Kibera will be laughing out loud, saying, what the heck, what's this? So instead of dying because you're giving them some medication, they're just growing and multiplying. And that's not just the in Kibera, it's also in nearly everywhere, because the population of bacteria in Boston is different, even genetically, than the population of bacteria in Kibera or even in Nyeri. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. So you want to understand that knowledge is very, very specific. That the knowledge that you get out of Boston is very different from the knowledge that you get out of what? Out of, say, Kibera. And so the other thing about that is, genetic racial diversity. Let's say, Africans, genetically, not just people respond to medications differently. Yeah, and the response to medications is quite diverse. It's diverse as leaves on a tree, or as fingerprints on fingers, such that today, in today's 21st century, in the era of the information age, it is extremely annoying to see in medicine we have blankets, generalizations recommending one treatment for everything. For example, can tell you, if you have high blood pressure, take this medicine. This works everywhere. It does not work. That's why now we have the technology for doing what you call precision medicine, because we can now type the human genome and find out which medications are effective in which populations. Okay, and then we can do precision medicine rather than saying that, okay, this tablet works in all populations. Then you can say this tablet works only in particular populations. That was not possible in the old centralized finance system, because that type of work is highly decentralized. And in a centralized finance system, you need a centralized way of raising money to fund your projects. But today, because we are in decentralized finance, now we can do decentralized fundraising, even when you're talking quadratic funding, such that precision medicine becomes possible. Okay, so the precision medicine is not expensive, it's just diverse. And we do not have a diverse way or decentralized way of raising money, such as quadratic funding or retroactive public good funding. So you can see we are now going to be able to achieve global health by acknowledging diversity and decentralized nature of health emergence. So, and you see, we have the technology that completely aligns with that. That technology is called the Actuate token. It's very, very powerful. And you see, guess what? This token is available to you. It's within reach. It's not something straight out there that is somewhere in heaven, as people say. The heaven has come down to earth. That's why we say, and then I saw a new heaven and a new earth. Because there's no more sea. That's what this John talking in Revelation say, and there was no more sea. Meaning that the sea was separating the waters. There's no more separation. That decentralized emergence of health is the same as the way we are going to do this fund decentralized finance system. Those things are totally congruent. The new heaven comes with the new earth, and there's no separation between them. Okay, and so what's very powerful is that you who is here already, and many other people are going to also have that Actuate token. Also, you have Actuate token on condition that you open a wallet, you get a wallet. It's as simple as that. You have a smartphone, you open a wallet, and you have a wallet address, and then you receive Actuate tokens. And we're going to continue working, because this is a very deep, detailed discussion. We're going to continue unpacking it every single day. We don't want to overload you with a lot of information, but you can see what I wanted you to get today is that Actuate is for access, which is both having money in your pocket and then realize access, physical access with telemedicine and building clinics using quadratic funding. For understanding quality itself, which means actuating all that knowledge that is in Africa that is not being converted into products, and then working using these programs we are doing, translation science, translation classes, to see how we can translate that knowledge into products and services, and then we commercialize them. And then lowering the cost of care by just local manufacturing. If we manufacture things locally, the entire expense just disappears. It evaporates. Yeah. So that's the power of the Actuate token. Now, as you can see, these things are building up very strongly. Your job here is to go to PancakeSwap and amass as many Actuate tokens as you can afford. Buy a lot of them. Because by the time it comes to December, and a lot of people in the world are aware of this, the tokens are going to become very, very expensive. So take advantage of it now when it is still in its nascent stages. Nascent, newborn, that's what's called, newborn, that's what nascent. And then go and what? Accumulate Actuate tokens, because you'll be very, very happy, as particularly in 2025, with all these good things happening in December, for example, with the summit. And let me give you back Glory, then I think Augustine can tell us more about the summit. Go ahead, Glory. All right, I don't know if people. Hello, Augustine. Well,
Hello, hello, Daktari. Hello.
Okay, I thought I was
Thank you for those. Sorry. Thank you for those powerful remarks. Now, I believe that all of us now understand our token. It's important to understand, because that's what we are going to implement our program, the quadratic funding, now through using our Actuate tokens. Yeah, you can also learn more from our website, from our website. So if you have maybe questions or any concern, you can text on the chat box as Augustine gives the Nairobi pre-Boston Summit announcement. Augustine, welcome.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Okay. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for making time to attend our session. And I would love just to take some time to mention about the Actuate Pre-Boston Nairobi Summit. It's an upcoming event, summit. And it will take place as from that to 6th December coming this year. And our theme for this year is how we can use blockchain technology, artificial intelligence, and even decentralized finance mechanisms to improve health and human development. And this summit is aiming to bring together AI communities, blockchain and DeFi communities, businesses, relevant government agencies, and all those who are passionate about even human development, to have a discussion on how we can create a condition whereby we have a very equitable and also brighter future for Africa and even beyond. And there are several people we are expecting or categories, including poster presenters, and this is a good opportunity for you Actuate members and all other students across um, um, uh, health access technology disciplines to present their posters, their research, their thesis, the findings, their research findings. And when you visit our website and go to the Nairobi Summit page, and under the section of poster presentation, there is a very clear and very comprehensive criteria of you applying for this poster presentation and qualify for having a chance to present your poster during our summit. Also, we are having a category of speakers, and by now, I think we are over 101, yes, 101 speakers, composing of both medical doctors and even those from technology fields. But we are not fixed. We are still accommodative about that speakers. And also the other category is exhibitors, and that's the journey we are right now at this phase. Invitation of exhibitors, startups, and even advanced organization, and even individuals who have products to showcase. I want to tell you that there is that exhibition booth, which we are charging $1,000. And also now the other category is sponsors. We are partnering with we are aiming to partner with various organizations who want to leave a legacy during this global scale summit by sponsoring our event. And also that's the journey we are right now, engaging various companies and stakeholders which are very much ahead of in the industry to collaborate with us to make this summit much successful. And also attendees, we're expecting attendees, and I think as from 1.5 or 2 months to come, we'll now start that phase of pushing those attendees tickets, which is going at $150. And when that time comes, and even right now, you can still visit our website and start maybe registration and even spread these updates and even these events spread across your networks, inviting all the categories from speakers, exhibitors, sponsors, attendees to poster presenters. And today is health access session, and I want to say that this summit will ensure that all our facets, including health access, we have an opportunity to discuss what we do, because one of the benefit of attending this summit is to understand the what, the why, and the how of Actuate biomedicine. And on the second day, yes, not second day, but the first day around from afternoon, we'll have a discussion on how we can leverage blockchain, DeFi, and even AI to enhance health access. And that is when we have to talk everything about health access, including Actuate token, playing a big role in enhancing health access in Africa and even beyond. But we have had quadratic funding coming through, risk pooling coming through, and all those, even bridging the gap of insurance claims. We'll have that discussion deeper during that time. And we're also expecting workshops to take place, of course. Not expecting, but they will take place, because After keynote speeches, people will disperse now for workshops. And so health access is not left behind. In fact, it's the central subject during our summit because it's health-based. Now, I would love to say that the phase we are right now is invitation of exhibitors and sponsors. And since February, I think February or when? April, May, April, March, we've started the topic about the challenge invitation of sponsors and with the 5% commission challenge, that if you invite one sponsor, you're going to get a commission. And the challenge is still open, and we are moving. The Actuate team is moving, and all those other people who are working with us, we are so grateful. And yes, currently we are really busy trying to push things every corner to engage bigger people. We're in talks with KBL and all other people in the industry. So it's getting aligning, is coming through, and we just want to, we're coming here every day to remind you to join us. That's how we work, because we are a community, and we just want you to just own this thing, not just coming sessions, listening and going back, but try to understand things deeply. Try to look at things deeply, learn by yourself, and now position yourself in a good way that can create a great impact. So we are always here again, and if you need any support, if you need any question, we have the program ready. We have the summit booklet, we have flyer. If you have any issue, just reach out to maybe Glory or me or any other person. If you want any resource for you to do anything as far as the summit is concerned. So again, we can't further tell you that we're expecting to meet all of you as attendees, as poster presenters. Let's spread the word. Actuate it's all about community and community. We don't get exhausted in having people every day. So invite your people, invite your network to join our WhatsApp group, to join all faucets, and to engage in the summit. And let's be passionate about progress, growth. Let's be passionate about growth. And yeah, just take your time and look at things very well, and start warming up and participate. Yeah, that's what just I want to say. Otherwise, I can't wait to meet you all during this December. It's not far. It's not really far. It's about 4 months to go. So yeah. Get yourself ready. So that is it, and thank you.
Thank you, Augustine. I hope you have all got it. Augustine has given really the full details of the summit. And as you've heard, everyone has a chance for participating. So this is a golden opportunity. As you've heard, if you bring a sponsor, you get 5% of what the sponsor offers. And there are ways of participating, like poster presentations as indicated in our website. And also it's a chance for you to to showcase your ideas and to network with like-minded stakeholders in the summit. And this way, through the summit, now it's how we are going to unveil the solutions to all these barriers, all these challenges that we face in healthcare. So, Daktari, do you have maybe anything to add?
Well, what I add, because now we're in health access session, is that think health access. And as I said, access has got those three components. The realized access, which is putting money in people's pockets. The other one is physical access, which includes telemedicine and building clinics. And then the quality, which does not exist. And then the costs, which will lower when we manufacture things in Africa, which is translation science. So now you see these areas of participation, and you can make poster in any one of those areas in terms of health access. So make a poster that is talking about health access, which is realized access. Realized access is that, using blockchain is people being able to send money easily without intermediaries, and also people receiving money for doing good, getting paid for the value of their work on a continuous basis, like what we do in the Learn to Earn. And this is going to expand. Think about other ways people can get paid for doing what they do every day. Recognizing that, think about public good funding, okay? And you make a poster about that to create realized access, or even telemedicine services or public good funding for building clinics for physical access. So you can make a poster about that. Then there are things about quality. Quality itself will not happen unless we use local knowledge. So local knowledge is what Chapewa was saying in the very beginning, is incentivizing publishing. Like guys working in the universities and research organizations, in college, they write papers and they write dissertations. They never see the light of day. So we are creating a program for incentivizing publishing, such that when you publish your master's thesis or your journals, or your dissertations or your term papers, they go online. So we are creating online repository for that. So online repository, so you can say stuff about that, create a poster describing that. And then the costs, reduction of costs of care, which is translation science, which we have both biomedical translation and STEM translation. Make a poster. So there's so many ways that you can make a poster that will be, it will be world-class, award-winning poster. Make a poster in any one of those ideas for health access. Those are, you could say, 7 different topics you can make on posters. Be ingenious. Think about how you can make beautiful posters like that. Then, of course, there are other ways that you participate in the summit, talking to exhibitors, as we have always said, and then you earn 5% or even sponsors. So there are so many ways you get in. This summit is for you. It's not for others. Yeah, it's not for others. You're already in, and stay in. It's we have been talking about this week. Yes, so when you're in, stay in. Don't go out, don't leave, don't depart. Don't go to far away country. That means you decide the summit and you say that, okay, I'm going to the far country, give me all my inheritance. No, you don't want to do that. You want to stay in so that you're in, such that by the time you come to Boston, you will have great rewards when traveling to be able to travel to Boston. So I think that's what I would like to add there. And as Augustine said, there's so much has happened. There's great movement. We have achieved so much. Yeah, it's achieved so much over the past few months. It's just amazing. All right. Well, thank you so much and have a good one. And thank you, Chapewa, for reminding us about the Actuate itself, and let us dig deep into Actuate some so that it makes sense for everybody by the end of this all. I mean, for all of you in Actuate Nation, go and buy the tokens. I mean, get the tokens from someone like PancakeSwap. That's the way to energize the market. Okay, energize the base. Energize the token so that it becomes rewarding to all of you. Okay, I will stop there. Glory, back to you.
Thank you, Dr. for making time for this session and to share. Yeah, thank you for making time to share with us your wise words as always. Yeah, and yeah, so and to Damian, thank you for that powerful presentation, and everyone, thank you for joining. Let's continue the conversation even in our social media, in LinkedIn, WhatsApp. Yeah, let's continue brainstorming, and yeah, so I encourage you to keep joining our sessions, same time every Thursdays. Yeah, yes, and as we continue with the conversation, so that when it comes to now implementing, it will be easier. The attendance form has been shared through the chat box. So I will give you a few minutes to fill, and once you fill, you are free to leave. Unless there's any other concern, the meeting is adjourned.